Whenever we talk about things like marriage, singlehood, I immediately think about these terms and the semantic nature of these terms and what they mean to people, and how is that reinforcing a conformist culture, which is, let me do what everybody else is doing. Let me create a lifespan trajectory that is traditional in a way which, like, I don't know why it's traditional. You may say, I'm not sure why. If someone said I would like to be married by a certain time, I would like to have kids by a certain time, you know, there's these linear progressions of their life. And then if you ask them, well, why do you want to be married? What is the expectation of marriage? And it's kind of the idealized notion of marriage versus what actually happens. Okay, so let's put that over here. We also have this idea of singlehood. That is how we are. We are, by default, we are single. And then we can make choices and things happen along the way, which we may be in a couple or be in a throuple or be in some type of arrangement where there's a commitment of some kind with other people. And that's where it comes down to the question of what marriage means. Does marriage mean you are no longer just committed to yourself, but to someone else? And what is the range of that commitment? Because when we talk about things like, for example, we talk about things like internet-based cheating. What is the parameters of that exclusivity between you and that other person? Have they ever been communicated? Have they been spelled out? Do people change over time? And if they do change, what does that mean for this relationship? So the idea of marriage is almost just confusing and can really elude people's understanding. We can even go on about having children. Instead of the thing itself, you have to look at what we expect that role to be versus what it actually is and how it might play out. You know, I think expectations are interesting because expectations sometimes become this measurement of how things are versus how we think they should be. But a lot of things that I've learned along is that we've got to learn and grow and evolve and understand things along the way, and not just plop into a certain scenario, catch a label, and expect the expectations to be met. It is about, when it comes to coupling or singlehood, why do we even need to have these names and differentiate this from people? And the other question is, in this conformist culture, there's aspects of the conformity, if you know, the conformity model that are sexist, that are racist, that are homophobic. There are really marriage-centric, reproductive-centric. You know, get married, have kids, join the party. We're all doing it. And if that's what you want, and that's terrific, go into it with the idea that you are willing to work at it. But being a single person is also something I think that you work at, because there are different points in life where singlehood may be more accepted than not. And so there's an identity formation around marriage. There's an identity formation around not being married. And it's just one of those things where I could talk endlessly about it, but that I wanted to really bring home the point that there is this marriage is part of conformist culture, and a lot of people go into it. That's part of the reason why they want to feel validated. They want to be accepted. They don't want to be ostracized or stigmatized. And it's like, you know, get someone off your back sometimes means you do something maybe you're not ready for, or maybe it's not something you actually want to do. It's a big decision. No one can make that for you. But when you make a big decision, you really should know why you're making it and understand kind of the background and the contributing factors. That's all I got today.